Hello, I'm Lori Steiner, sitting in for Armin Budish. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, retiring together, will it lead to romance or ruin? We'll offer advice for adjusting to your new life. We'll meet a woman who has a new reason to smile. Then, did you know you can do aerobics for your brain? We'll work out the details. And don't let your IRA withdrawals trigger a double tax.
The Olympics are over and we're ready to get back into the Golden Opportunities game. So let's get GOing. Pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. When we dream of retirement, we see it as an opportunity to do all those things we never had time for. Golf, travel, just relaxing, enjoying time with our loved ones. But reality can be a tough wake-up call, even for the experts. Career coach Dick Dawson and relationship coach Kathy Dawson are here to help create some game plans for a world away from work. So welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Dick, we'll start with you. What is one of the biggest surprises of retirement?
Wow, there's quite a few of them, okay? But the biggest one is that it just doesn't flow naturally, right? There's a lot of people who just go into retirement and think it's just going to be leisure and golfing and taking care of the kids, all fun and games. And it's not that way, especially since retirement's a lot longer than it used to be. So one of the biggest surprises is you actually have to manage the thing. You've got to work at it. I mean, not 8 hours a day, but you still have to work at it. It's very important to be conscious of that.
Okay. Well, I mean, don't we get a little bit of time just to relax and enjoy it before we have to start punching the retirement time clock?
You get 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, no, it's like a vacation.
The people I work with, it's either 2 weeks to 18 months. Somewhere in there, they have a good time. They play the golf. They take the trips to China, whatever they want. And then they come back to me and they say, Coach, what do we do? I am so bored. And I say, how many times have you gone and cleaned the basement? And they say 3, 4 times. I got to do something. So there's still a drive for some type of meaning. You know, we're all walking libraries. I've got a friend, Ron Arndt, who talks about that a lot. And if you close up the doors, all this information, knowledge, know-how just goes to waste. And eventually, if you close the library and don't use it, it gets old and dusty and moldy.
Ooh, don't want that.
Yeah.
All right. Kathy, now to you. While your mate is trying to take time to adjust to this new big change in retirement, you know, what's the partner's role in that?
I'll tell you what, this is a huge transition. And for the other person, they wake up one day feeling strong and centered, and then the next day they're feeling lost and kind of adrift. So really the job of the other person, especially if they're working, right, is to be there for this person to vent. Because one day you feel like I know what my purpose is, and the other day it's like, what am I doing? I feel like I don't matter, right? So it's really sitting with them and letting them just say what they're feeling. But I got news for you. The other person, even though they're working, still needs to vent as well. So the spouse needs space to be able to say, it's hard to watch you go through this. You know, I know we're going to work it out together, but I'm having trouble too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know one thing that you recommended was having a weekly meeting between the spouses. What's involved in all of that?
Well, it has to happen every week, and we have ours. Actually, we're going through this. You know, I'm at that age where I'm taking a look at retirement, slowly moving into it. But this weekly meeting is just a wonderful idea that Kathy's come up with over the years with working with couples. We sit down and we do planning, and it's not just where do you need the car and where am I going to be and so on. There's a lot of that.
That's part of it. That's
a
logistics.
biggie. That's a biggie.
Yeah.
But also, what are we going to spend? How's the budget going? What are our resources? What opportunities are we looking at?
And here's what we did. We took a piece of paper and we laid it out in columns. And we said, okay, let's talk about income. What's our goal for income? Then let's look at volunteer opportunities. You know, what are you thinking about you want to do to reach out to the community?
Keep busy and get that library out there in somebody else's brain. Yeah.
Exactly. And then how about some pleasure? What do you want to do for hobbies? It's about balancing this whole thing. And that really helped us. And to do it each week and stay accountable to what we say we agree to.
So you're kind of running your retirement like a business?
In
a way, sure, yeah, that makes sense. But you know what? Just stop after 40 years, 35 years of 40 to 50 hours a week. You've been working, you've been identified with something, and they just stop and then go home. Drive you crazy.
It's rough.
Yeah, you lose things. And spouses, too, have a problem with that.
Is it really possible to live happily ever after?
We're doing it.
All right. You're the living example.
Good answer,
How
yeah.
nice. Oh, you've got really good advice for our couples out there who are looking to retire. So retirement can be challenging, even if you chose it for yourself. If you need help managing post-retirement mazes, give Dick a call. And if you need help retooling your relationship after retirement, give Kathy a call. Both of their numbers are coming up next. And my thanks to each of them for working us into their schedule today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
For relationship advice, call Kathy Dawson at 216-932-5016 or visit www.kathythecoach.com. And for more tips on transitioning to retirement, give Dick Dawson a call at 216-402-3041 or visit www.retirement-crossroads.com. Next, her moment of tooth truth. But first, in the epic tale Gone with the Wind, you may remember the name of Scarlett O'Hara's home. It's Tara, of course, but Scarlett's own first name is virtually Gone with the Wind. Can you recall it? We'll reveal the answer to the page turner when we return.
They haven't been inducted to a Hall of Fame. They don't get stopped for autographs or photos. They don't have entourages or shoe deals. But they still deserve our applause and admiration because they are fighters, believers, heroes. We are the Metro Health System. We are the proud sponsor of the comeback.
Scarlett O'Hara's first name is all in the Fiddle-Dee-Dee family. Named for her father's mother, only Scarlett's dad doted on calling her Katie. And her long last name highlights her many husbands: Katie, Scarlett, O'Hara, Hamilton, Kennedy, Butler.
How often have you experienced a life-changing event? It's rare, isn't it? Well, life-changing is the exact term Linda Eugene uses to describe the makeover of her mouth, and she credits dentist Steve Marsh for this happy ending. Linda and Steve are here to tell us the story about a rediscovered smile.
Yep.
All right. Well, Linda, we're going to start with you. When you say life-changing, that's a pretty dramatic phrase. So tell us about this turnaround tale. What was going on with your teeth?
Well, I had gum disease, and I had gum surgery, and my teeth got all loose, and some of the old fillings fell out, and my mouth was just really bad. Looked awful.
It was a mess.
It was a mess.
So you went to Dr. Marsh. So
Right.
why did you pick him?
Well, I got on his website, and I read, and I saw the before and after pictures that he'd done, and met him and felt real confident, and he explained everything that was going to happen and what I needed done, and so it was easy.
So you felt comfortable.
I sure did.
All right. So, Steve, tell us what had to be done.
Well, I'm going to do that with the help of some pictures.
Okay.
Linda had mentioned she had had some gum disease, and some of those teeth we thought we couldn't save, and so sometimes when that happens, we have to do some more work. This is actually a situation where we show with temporaries and then her final result. Previous to this, though, the teeth had broken down very badly, and there was a lot of decay, and unfortunately we really couldn't save all of those, and we looked at options. Linda said very nicely, we made her feel comfortable, and I should also mention, by the way, that her husband Bruce was very supportive.
That's helpful.
Yeah, and it's always important to have somebody with you, whether it's a spouse in Linda's case or a family member, to help encourage you, and that was very nice for us. But so some of the teeth we knew we couldn't save. Now sometimes we will go with implants, and implants are a way that you can put it into the bone and then reestablish the bite and the looks of the teeth. In Linda's case, she mentioned periodontal disease, that's a bone and gum disease. She really didn't have enough bone. Linda also didn't want something that was a partial or a denture, is it right?
Right.
That went on and off. She had seen people suffer. I think one of the members of your family, mother or father, had suffered.
I'm sure
with-
that just doesn't feel natural.
Right. So in this case, we were able to do that with a bridge, and a bridge is
Okay.
all porcelain with a framework, if you will, to give her support. And that's how we were able to establish this wonderful bite. Again, after we took the teeth out, this picture of the temporaries is actually a temporary bridge, and it actually spans 10 teeth. the anterior front teeth, the front four, had to be removed. And then we were able to use some of the ones on the side to help hold that long span bridge. So she waited about 6 weeks till we could get all the healing taken care of, and then we were able to give her this wonderful bridge.
Yes.
All right, and you like it, I'm guessing, huh?
It's great, yeah.
You said it was life-changing,
Yes.
so tell us, how has your life changed?
Well, I used to not smile or laugh because I didn't want anybody seeing my teeth. And now I can't quit smiling, so it's a big difference.
That is a big life-changing
And I think the
event.
best compliment my daughter said to me, she said, "They look like your teeth years ago, Mother. They look so natural." And they do.
Okay, so your husband was supportive, your daughter's supportive.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's really gratifying for us when she says something's life-changing. It really makes a difference in the person's life. And as a dentist, that's really what makes this profession so wonderful and keeps your passion going. And when I see her smile like this, it really is especially gratifying and makes us feel good about what we're able to accomplish today.
Well, good to have you in.
Thank you. Nice being here.
Are you ready for a change in your life? Give Steve a call. He'll give you something to smile about. My thanks to Linda and Steve for joining us today.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, getting your brain in gear. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. Span the globe just by meandering around Medina. On Saturday, August 25th, Medina will turn into a tourist town as visitors voyage into the art, music, and food of nations from around the world during Medina's 4th International Fest. And the price for this passport? $0. It's free for all. For your ticket to more info, just visit www.mainstreetmedina.org.
Use it or lose it. We know what that means for our muscles, but what about our minds? Lori Rachelson is here to work out how to make our brains brawny. Lori is a certified dementia practitioner and the founder of Brain Aerobics. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First thing, tell me about Brain Aerobics. What is that?
Well, Brain Aerobics is a program that I created and teach, and I teach individuals and groups of senior adults to optimize their brain power.
Okay. Help with Alzheimer's and dementia kind of
Well, actually,
issues?
research has shown that the more that we actively try to engage ourselves in enriching environments and partake in activities, mentally stimulating activities, actually enhances our memory and can not only preserve it but also improve it.
Okay.
It can, as well as our intellect and our focusing ability.
Okay, so how do we exercise our intellect?
Well, we'll break it up into 4 parts. First would be diet. Diet is crucial, of course, to our physical being as well as our mental. And we need to fuel the brain, so we need to make good choices for
So
our
junk food is probably out, huh?
out, definitely out, yes. We want to avoid high caloric foods. We want to avoid high fat foods and fast foods. Yes, so we want to replace those with good choices, fruits, vegetables, chicken, fish, high grain breads, and so forth. And that actually fuels our brain because it creates good choices and increases mental stimulation for our brains.
And allows us to exercise. That's number 2, right?
That's number 2, exactly. It's important to fuel our brains with exercise because that brings the blood to our brains, and that actually helps increase neurons. Did you know that there's 100 billion neurons in our brain, and we lose about 100,000 of them a day?
No wonder we have to exercise and keep those going.
But the good news is that it's possible to replace them.
Oh, good.
And so through exercise and the blood flow to our brains, it's helping to repair the neurons in our brains and actually grow new ones. So it's all important.
Okay, so you said there were 4, so what's 3 and 4?
Well, number 3 would be sleep. Believe it or not, sleep is very important. And the more good, productive sleep that one gets, it really does help cognitive performance. And power naps are great too.
Okay.
And 4, that's where I come in, mental stimulation.
Okay.
So working with mental stimulating exercises, brain aerobics is really good for obviously the performance as well.
Okay.
For your brain performance. And some of the activities that we do are word puzzles, word searches, math puzzles, working with Roman numerals, working with algebraic activities, of course, doing some games, concentration, Boggle. And I tweak the games. I have a whole bag of tricks and activities, and I tweak them to make someone really stretch their imaginations
Okay.
and work at it.
How about long-term versus short-term memory?
Well, long-term, believe it or not, I brought in the Gettysburg Address to one group that I worked with, and they started reciting it, the first half of it, 7 years ago. They knew it. Why? Because they studied it when they were in elementary school. So long-term, yes, they do remember, and we try to really promote that through discussion. Short-term, I'll cut out pictures of models from magazines, and we'll give them a name, and we try to remember their name. And we try to focus on short-term strategies to remember names, for instance, to repeat it while you're talking
Okay.
to someone.
Or you said model name is Claire, and she had big hair, so
Yeah,
hair
so we're
means
wrong.
Claire.
Right. So every time they see Claire with the big hair, they'll remember Claire. Now,
Yeah.
if Claire gets a haircut, we're in trouble.
All right, well, it sounds like you're really doing a lot of help for our viewers out there. So, working out your body is good for you and makes you feel better. And the same goes for putting your brain through its paces. To get into these mind games, give Lori a call. Her number's next. My thanks to Lori for being our personal brain trainer today.
Thank you.
Learn more by calling 440-821-3654 or log on to www.brainaerobics-cleveland.com. It's time to get up and go. An exercise minute on Golden Opportunities.
Hello everybody, I'm Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness, and today we are going to do a dumbbell row to work our back and our biceps as well as our rear delt muscles. This is an excellent exercise, and we're going to utilize our exercise ball today. We're going to start by laying our chest flat on the ball. Your legs can either be straight behind you or off to the side. We're going to have a pair of dumbbells sitting in front of us here. We want our palms down as we grab the dumbbells. Maintain good posture by pulling your shoulders back, and all we want to do is bring our elbows back and squeeze our shoulder blades together. Back out to the front and pull them straight back and breathe, okay? Exhale with exertion, inhale as your body relaxes. 12 to 15 repetitions is a great place to start. How you feeling?
I feel like a dumbbell.
You got it, you're doing great. All right, everybody, now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, please send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 23240 Chagrin Boulevard, Suite 450, Beechwood, Ohio, 44122.
It's great to buy American-made and maybe even more stately to obtain items that originate in Ohio. But where can you easily find handmade pieces from our home state? Just hail Farm. On Saturday, September 1st, that homestead will house the 3rd annual Made in Ohio Festival. Artist Renee Flynn is the organizer of the event, and she's here with a sneak peek at some of the artistic objects. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So why pick Hale Village or Hale Farm?
Well, Hale Farm has a lot of artisans on site. I don't know if you're familiar. They have glass blowing, they have a blacksmith, they have pottery, as well as candle making. And so it was a great option for having this festival. They are already promoting Ohio artisans historically, and so today's artisans were a good fit for that venue.
And I understand there's a break on the price even that day?
Yes, there is. It's typically $10 to get into Hale Farm and Village, and this day the entire Hale Farm and Village will be open so that you can see all these artisans working and all the houses will be open with costumed historians in them.
It's great. I've been there, especially with my kids. I've been there, and it's all the houses with all the different histories behind them. It's really a very fascinating place. Anyway,
it's a great venue.
So why make it then an Ohio-only festival?
I'm an exhibitor myself, and I was going to a lot of these different festivals, and I was seeing artisans from Kentucky and Pennsylvania, Illinois, Indiana, and I really felt that we didn't have a place to just showcase Ohio artisans. And so I approached Hale Farm and Village and asked them if we could use their site to start this festival.
All right, good. Well, you brought quite a few things here from artisans that are going to be showing. So tell us about some of the things.
We have quite a few different artists that are going to be at the festival. We have woodworkers, we have weavers that make rugs, we have potters, we have a lot of recycled products. This little animal as well as this tree are from recycled materials. This is recycled glass.
I think this is an elephant.
It's an elephant, and it used to be a sweater. And we also have a lot of jewelry artists, and we have different fibers that are represented. And of course, the artists at Hale Farm and Village will also have a booth there where they're going to be showing the basket weaving and
the early Ohio
art, right.
Okay, and I know shopping can make you hungry, so there's some place we can get something to eat?
Yes, Hale Cafe is going to be open that day, and we also have Totally Cooked Catering that is going to be bringing their barbecue wagon with them. And then we also have some vegetables here to represent our local farmer from Amish country. He's with Healthy Heritage, Wholesome Valley Foods. He's going to be attending as well. And then Hattie's Cafe is going to be selling some jarred sauces and such. So there will be a lot of Ohio foods represented there.
All right. Anything else like for the kids?
We do have a face painter that's going to be coming, About Face. And she will be painting the children's faces. We also have entertainment musically. We have quite a few different musical groups that will be coming throughout the day.
Are they going to be parading around the grounds, or?
We're going to have them in a couple locations, and but we will have some musical entertainment all day.
All right. Well, it sounds like a great day. I think I'm going to put it on my calendar. So
we'll be happy to have everyone attend and bring your kids and your grandkids down to enjoy this wonderful event.
Sounds good. So on Labor Day weekend, enjoy all of these artistic Ohio labors of love by attending the Made in Ohio Festival. To learn more, visit their website, which is www.madeinohiofestival.com, or give Renee a call at Hale Farm. The number is 330-666-3711, extension 1721. My thanks to Renee for joining us today.
Next, avoid a double tax on IRA withdrawals.
Beautify your home with a new garage door from Genie of Fairview Door. Choose from new styles, colors, and window patterns. Visit online at geniedoor.com.
Open up your world with Genie of Fairview. Genie of Fairview Door.
We're Gateway Title, keeping life simple. We can make it simple. We've got everything you need. See how easy selling your home can be. We're Gateway Title. We're keeping life simple.
Did you miss a phone number or website? Then here's your second chance, because we're going to list all of that information again. Then we'll be back to tell you how an IRA withdrawal can trigger a double tax. are 2 for deals we really like. Double coupons, double dip ice cream cones, double mint gum. But there's one that's not so sweet. Did you know that a withdrawal from your retirement account might trigger a double tax? That's right. I've double dared my double-chinned law partner, Mike Solomon, to explain how this double tax works. Oh, and by the way, he's also doubly smart. So, so how does an IRA withdrawal cause a double tax?
Well, everyone's familiar when you take money out of an IRA or 401k, that's subject to income tax. But they don't realize, many people, that will also possibly cause their Social Security benefit to be subject to taxation.
Ooh, tell us how that works.
Well, here's how it works. If you take money out of your IRA or 401k plan, you add all this income up. You add your regular wages, salary, interest, dividends, taxable, non-taxable income, retirement benefits, and 1/2 of your Social Security benefit. That's called the provisional income. And if it's less than $25,000, no problem, no income tax. If you're single and it's more than $25,000, or if you're married and it's more than $32,000, then a portion of your Social Security will be subject to income tax, between 50 to 85%, depending on how much of your provisional income you have.
When does this usually come up?
Well, as you know, when you're 70 and a half, you have to start taking money out of your IRA and out of your 401k. So that comes out, and that's income. Now, many times people take more money out. You don't have to just take the minimum out. You take more out for medical expenses, buy a car, or just any other expenses. That adds income to you, and that could subject your Social Security then to an income tax.
Ooh, okay. So how do we go about paying less?
Well, you've got to take out your minimum. That's the rule. But you don't have to take out more than that. So you need to look at other things. If you need money, look at other, maybe you can sell stocks or bonds or cash out a CD. Even if you have a penalty, it might be cheaper than taking money out of your IRA and then paying an income tax on the Social Security benefit.
All right. Sounds like good advice. Don't trigger a double tax headache by taking money from your IRAs and 401ks if you don't have to. As Mike said, take a look at all your other options first. For more information, give Mike Solomon a call.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner & Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information, or to schedule a speaker for your organization, or log on to www.budishandsolomon.com.
Thanks for joining us. Next week, everybody in the pool. We'll dive in with tips on how rehab can be relaxing when working out in the water. Then be drawn to the beauty of membership at the Cleveland Museum of Art. Could your mate manage money without you? We'll dispense common sense. And how to boost your benefits with Social Security. Until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.